Hey there guys, it's Josh.
And this is Peter.
And we are doing also another Let's Play of Pokemon Red version for the Game Boy Color, or it's for the original Game Boy, as our weekend RPG we have really going on.
Which Josh has played and I haven't. Again.
You never played, well you played Yellow.
A little bit. I got to the second gym. That's it.
So you never played Gen 1?
Nope. I played Let's Go.
That's not, I mean, yeah, I would say it's the same.
It's okay.
I like Let's Go. I thought it was really fun. It was colorful. Something Connie could watch. But this game, it took me 4 times to record this sucker. It sucks. And I could not figure out what to name my rival. I couldn't figure it out. So I asked somebody. And they gave me a suggestion.
Oh, so we did do the Garrus.
Okay. We did the Garrus?
We're doing Garrus.
Isn't that what your sister named Gary?
Yes.
Yeah.
I asked her on Yellow, which I named Gary.
And then, so I picked Garrus too, because I can't figure it out. I was naming him Blue. So it's like, you know what? There, I'm just going to name him,
We're just going to make calibration jokes the whole time.
There. That's right! He does do that! He's got to work on these calibrations. He's got to calibrate so much stuff.
So when did this come out?
This came out in... Yeah, let me look that up really quick. That is a good question.
It was... Internet people.
Let's see. Pokemon Red release date.
94? I want to say 94. Or is it 95?
February
96.
27th, 1996.
I was 1 year off.
That is 2 months, almost 3, after my birthday. Deanna wasn't even born when it came out.
I was 1 year old. Not even.
Not even.
You picked Squirtle, right?
No. So I always pick the water type for every game I play.
And you didn't pick Squirtle?
I did not pick Squirtle.
Rude.
I pick Charmander. Because I've never picked Charmander and beaten the game with him.
I always pick the fire type, except for this one.
Really?
Yes.
So
Wait, no, I take that back. I picked Trico in Gen 3.
You picked Trico? I always pick the water. I can't figure out what to name anything, so when I named Charmander? Lizard. Just cause. But I didn't realize it when I was naming him. In the Pokédex, he's considered the lizard Pokemon. I didn't understand that. I didn't get it at first.
Because he's not a dragon.
He's not a dragon at all. No. I don't know what the final evolution, Charizard.
I really wish that they kept the rival as mean as Garrus is.
What?
In the newer games. Because the rival's always so nice to you.
Oh, well, it depends on the game. Like in this game, he's a jerk. In the second game, he's a jerk but warms up. The third game, he's just your childhood friend. She's just your childhood friend, or he, depends on the gender. The fourth
that's
game.
That's what I'm saying, though. That they make him nicer and nicer and nicer. And I just want him to roast you the whole time.
Well, in Gen 5, Black and White, he's a bad guy.
The rival?
Well, one of them.
See, okay. So, I've only played X and Y, Sun and Moon. I haven't played Shield yet.
Oh, that's right.
No.
Who's your rival?
I'll get around to it.
Well, that's why when we do Gen 2, he's going to do it, because he wants to play it.
Yeah, because apparently it's the best one.
It's considered to be the best. But this is where it all started. You can tell, because there's no color, and the sprites are awful.
Oh, man.
Tackle battle. Well, I had to scratch, so.
What was it? With Pokemon Yellow, all the effects for the battle effects, there's that one where it's like, it flashes at you, and that was really disorienting to me. Seizure-inducing.
Seizure procedure. So now we beat our rival, we're going to go to the next town, because now we have a Pokemon, we're going straight at it. Look at that, no tutorials. But we're in a wild battle. Oh look, it's a Pidgey. I'm not catching it. So how I'm going to do this Let's Play is, I will show this first encounter. Every other wild encounter that's not important, I will cut out. And every non-important trainer battle, I will also cut out. So if it's something you can avoid, like a non-required trainer battle, then I'll battle him, but I'll cut him out. There's no reason to show him because it's not required. But everything that's required, including gym leaders, gym trainers, or some Pokemon or trainer that's in your way, I'm gonna battle him and I'll show him. just so you guys know what to expect.
Um,
And the encounter rates in this game are very off. Because when I was doing grinding in the forest, Viridian Forest, nothing would spawn for like 5 minutes. I would walk up and down
See,
for
if
5
only
minutes and
Mount
nothing would
Boom
spawn.
was like
I haven't recorded that yet. I'm not looking forward to that. Because when I originally recorded it, I spent almost an hour editing it. Because I got 57 minutes worth of footage. I was only able to use 8 minutes of it. Because a lot of it I cut out because there was so much. Because you can't get repels that early on. You gotta like stick with it.
So I remember when Pokemon Go first came out, and the most common Pokemon out there was Zubat.
Oh jeez.
And then everyone was just saying like, you can catch Zubat everywhere, but in the original games you could only catch Zubat in a cave. And now you can't catch Zubat in a cave because you wouldn't get any service.
That's true. That and we gotta go in a cave, guys. That's where the raid's at for the Crobat. Crobat raid in the cave. So you can actually jump down these ledges, makes it so some quick, fast traveling.
Can you sprint in this game?
You cannot. There's no running shoes, and I am not getting the bicycle.
Why?
Because I really don't need it.
Is it any faster?
It's a little bit faster, but you have to open your bag each time you want to use it and equip it. So it's because there's no select button for quick use.
So for this game, I think I remember people saying that the poison effect affects your Pokemon even if they're out of battle.
That's with every game, except I think Gen 5 is the first game.
Like they'll take damage from poison.
Yeah, that's with every game. As far as I'm aware, until I think Gen 6.
Okay, well then Gen 6 is where I started.
Gen 1, that's true. Gen 1, 2, 3, and 4, the Pokemon will take damage outside of battle, 1 damage for every 3 or 4 steps. And then if it gets 0, it faints. When it's poison in your pocket. But in
I don't know how kids played this back.
But in Gen 5, I believe it starts with Gen 5, it'll get to 1 HP, then the poison will fade away.
So, do you have you played other
I played every Pokemon generation.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say other monster capturing kind of games.
Like what?
That aren't Pokemon.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Like, technically Persona would be considered one of them.
Yeah. Persona 5. I love that game. I never played Digimon game. Any of the Digimon games. I heard they're really good though. There's not really a lot, is there?
Ni no Kuni?
No, I have not. I'm afraid of their art style. Freaking Spirited Away terrifies me.
Dude, Josh is permanently scarred.
I am scarred from No Face. So when I was younger, I saw I think it was Spirited Away that has No Face. And
so
No Face terrified me.
Every
Ghibli
anything.
Oh because it reminds me of it, and No Face is terrifying.
You're missing out.
I tried to. I think it was Castle.
You're a grown man.
I don't care.
You can do it.
I can be. You're scared of spiders.
I can still kill a spider.
I can't kill No Face. Can you?
No, but he becomes your friend in the end.
Well, how do I know that, Mr. Traumatization? So you touch the tree and it gives you a potion. Oh, leave me alone. No, it's actually a hidden item. Not too bad. So now we're healed up. We get the parcel. Oak does not give you Pokeballs at all. You have to go buy them because they didn't think about it. So here I am.
They give you them. He gives you them in yellow, right?
He gives them to you, I think, in yellow. It's
yeah, because I remember.
Red and blue, he doesn't. It's the only game he doesn't. I think it was just an oversight.
Come on, Game Freak. I know it's 1996, but come on.
Was it? Did I say 6? I did say 6. But this is going to be my next Pokemon. I'm going to catch myself a male Nidoran because the first gym in this game is a Rock-type gym. And Rock is super effective against fire. And Nidoran learns Double Kick at like level 8 or 9. In Gen 3. He does not learn Double Kick in Gen 1, and I did not know that.
Yep.
So, either way, I kept Nidoran because he's really strong, and he's a poison type, and eventually becomes a ground type.
What did I pick? I picked Pikachu. So, in yellow, you get Pikachu, right?
Yellow, you get Pikachu, and your rival gets Eevee.
Yeah, and then, so, I got to Brock, and I'm pretty sure I was pretty under-leveled, but I still beat him. It took forever, but I still beat him.
Well, in yellow in this area, you can catch a Mankey.
Well, I used sand. The sand attack.
Yeah.
Lowers accuracy, and then I used bind, so he couldn't do anything. And so it was like probably like a 10% chance that he could actually do anything to me.
Yeah, because Bind in Generation 1, Red, Blue, and Yellow, if Pokemon uses Bind against you, you can't move. You can't do anything.
And then
that's
also used Confusion. Because I think I got
Butterfree? Butterfree can learn Confusion.
Yeah, so I got Confusion, Sand Attack, and Bind.
So...
I mean, he like one-shot almost all my Pokemon, but there's a 10% chance of that happening. So.
Yeah. So I did a little bit of off-screen training before this rival battle because Lizard was, I think, level 7 or 8.
Yeah,
and I nicknamed my Nidoran King because I couldn't figure out a name. I'm not good with nicknames. And it becomes Nido King, so I figured it'd be appropriate.
I think I named my Magikarp Brad.
Brad. Sounds like an awesome name.
I should have named him Chad, though.
Chad. But King is now level 9, and he learned Horn Attack off screen, I believe. And Horn Attack is just a better tackle.
Is that bug type in this game?
Horn Attack?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Mega Horn. Horn Attack is just normal. Which makes me upset because I always thought he would learn Double Kick, and then I found out he wouldn't. I'm like, well, I already have him on the team. Might as well keep him. Because he's actually really strong. The Nido family is really powerful.
One thing about starting with X and Y is because they have so many Gen 1 Pokemon in it, as like a complete newcomer, but someone who watched the anime growing up as a kid, it was actually really cool to start at X and Y.
If you guys are playing Pokemon... bust out your Game Boys, play Pokemon. But if you have Yellow on standby, your rival will pick Eevee. Depending on if you beat him in the first or second rival battle, will be depending on what his final form evolution will be. If you win both fights, his evolution will become I think it's a Jolteon. You win the first one but lose the second, it'll become a Vaporeon. If you lose both, it'll become a Jolteon. A Flareon, which is the worst of the 3 in Gen 1. Because in Gen 1 through 3, okay, so really quick, that cut was because I'll show the Pokemon Center in a town once. Every time after that, healing will be off screen. So you won't see all the healing I do all the time. Because instead I save on potions, I can be patient. I'll go back to a Pokemon Center to heal. But when Generation 1, 2, and 3, the physical and special type moves didn't exist. All fire type moves, no matter what they were considered physical. All normal moves were considered physical. So Hyper Beam is a physical type move.
Ugh.
So Flareon is a fire special user. But all fire type moves are physical based, since physical stats sucks, so Flareon sucks. So as you see, these two trainers, I just, boom, skip right there.
Right now, what's your favorite evolution?
Vaporeon.
Vaporeon?
Or Espeon. I'd say Vaporeon because I always like water types, but I don't ever pick Vaporeon, I always do Espeon.
I think mine would be either Jolteon or Sylveon.
Sylveon's cool. I still hate the fairy type so much.
Really?
I never remember the type matchups. The last time they ever reintroduced
Poison and Dark.
It's so stupid how fairy is super against dragon. Like it's stupid. But in the only times they've ever introduced new types is Gen 2. Gen 1 did not have Steel or Dark.
Yep.
Gen 2 introduced Steel and Dark types.
Do you think we'll ever get another evolution?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because we've gone how many? We've gone 2 without getting an evolution.
We'll eventually get one. Maybe the DLC will add one for Sword and Shield. But because we got...
Well, I don't think they did. So.
We got 3 from... Well, we don't have the DLC out yet.
It's not... I thought they already released one.
Not yet.
No?
I think it's in June or July. But we got 3 in Gen 1, 2 in Gen 2, none in Gen 3, you got 2 in Gen 4, you got none in Gen 5, you got 1 in Gen 6, none in 7 or 8.
Well, I feel like if they were to release one, they would release it with a base game. I feel like it's really...
That is true.
Dumb for them to...
Well, that's not true. They released, like, legendaries and stuff.
Well, yeah, but this is an evolution.
They can have an evolution legendary.
No, I mean, evolution, like, it's an exclusive in a DLC? That's kind of weird.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they would just add it with DLC.
So did you get Mankey?
I did not. They don't have Mankey this early in the game. It's only in yellow to help out. Even in Gen 3 in the remakes.
Man, this game is so unforgiving.
It is.
I don't know how kids beat this game back in
But... Here's the cool part. Brock may have Rock-type Pokemon, but no Rock-type moves. It's Tackle and Bide. That's it.
But still, it's like They such have high defense. And
they do.
Health and all that stuff.
It'll even show you that I use. So I do a little bit of off-screen training right there as well. It's a seamless cut. I try my best to do that, but I trained. I guess I show this Pokemon Center too. Oh, that's right. I show because I caught a Weedle in Viridian Forest just to add to my Pokedex because you want to catch at least 10 Pokemon in this game, at least. And this is just showing like how you can deposit Pokemon in the box if you don't want to use it. You just want to catch it. It is unforgiving. I use 6 Leers against Onix and I still do like 2 damage. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. But right now I'm gonna go after the gym because I've done enough off-screen training. Lizard is level 14 and King is level 11. It's really easy to train Lizard because I could use Ember in Viridian Forest. But it's tough to train with King because his first move is Leer, and you can't swap moves to different places on the screen. So it's always the same. So we got the first gym trainer. We're apparently 1,000 light years from Brock. So, you know, it's going to take a long time to get there. Maybe a little too long. But he doesn't know that light year measure distance. And I didn't train King to get too high because I knew he would be battling these 2 guys.
Yeah.
Just to get some extra experience. I try to keep everybody on my team about the same level to make everybody even. Because I do get 2 more Pokemon in this episode. And I nickname them both because I want to keep them.
What's your favorite type?
Water.
Water.
It just always has. Water types are always, most of the time, usually bulky. And they have really good moves. Surf is one of my favorites. It's one of the strongest moves, and it's required for almost every game except like Gen 6 and 7. Or 7 and 8.
I want to say Ghost.
Ghost is cool.
No, either that or fighting. Yeah, either that or fighting is like a tie between the 2.
It's funny because fighting doesn't really affect Ghost at all.
No.
Unless you use Foresight, then it'll be like not very effective. But now we're gonna fight Brock with his rock-hard determination. We're willing to challenge him. Let's do it. The music's really good for gym battles.
All the music in this is good. All the music in this game is good.
I love Geodude's hairstyle.
Look at that model. Sprite, I mean. See the name at the top, and I think it is your Pokemon.
Oh, you mean like up top there?
Yeah.
Oh. But look how much damage I'm doing with Ember. You know, it's not very effective, but it's considered a physical type move. So, like, even though I have a 2-level difference, it's still not doing too bad. You know, because Lizard's attack stat is pretty high. But he uses Defense Curl, and Ember does less damage because of it. I think there goes the Geodude.
One thing I'm terrible at is competitive Pokemon.
I used to be into it in Gen 5.
The thing is that it's just so time-consuming to make competitive Pokemon.
Because you have to sit there and breed and breed and breed and breed just to get the right nature. If there was an
easier way just to get the right, like, IVs or whatever it is, I'd probably play more often.
So, the cool thing with Bide is it's glitchy. It's really funny. So Bide in every other game, you don't attack for 2 turns, and on the 3rd turn you unleash all the damage that you got dealt to, in I think it's doubled. So if you took 10 damage, you give out 20. But if say the first 2 turns first turn you damage him, the 2nd turn you do like Leer or Growl, it won't do anything.
Weird.
Because it can't dish out.
See, what I did is I used the sand attack, so half the time,
more
than half the time, he wouldn't even hit me.
Well, I'm trying to use Leer to lower his defense as low as possible, so I can summon out Lizard and use Ember and Growl so it wouldn't hurt me too much. So I use Ember, his defense is as low as possible, and that's as much as it does.
Yeah, pretty
with
much.
6 Leers. But I burn him. But then he uses a full heal on his own turn. So he got 2 moves in a turn.
What?
I know, because I think he attacked, I attacked, and then he used a full heal. And then I had to go again.
That's some cheese.
I know, but I didn't know gym leaders had full heals in the beginning. In another different recording session that failed, I burned him 3 times in a row. Full heal, full heal, full heal. I was like,
Jeez.
what the heck? You can't even buy full heals, let him... So look, he's burned. He's gonna use a full heal again. On his same turn.
Hey, at least it's not, what do you call it? Like a hyper potion or something?
I'd rather him use a potion than full heal. Burn cuts his attack stat in half and does constant damage throughout the battle. Because that's why I think Burn is one of the best status afflictions, because it cuts their attack stat in half and causes damage throughout the turn, throughout the game, throughout the match. Jeez Louise.
Favorite gen? I don't know if I asked that already.
3.
3?
Probably 3. Emerald's one of my favorites.
Even though I haven't played 5, I do like a lot of
It's 5 is good. Every Pokemon in the original, like the original Black and White, through the main campaign, is new Pokemon. You won't find anything old.
And then, I don't know, I hear a lot of people don't like 5.
5 is one of the best.
Because that was the one with, what's the ice cream Pokemon's name?
Vanillite
Yeah, Vanillite and Vanillux.
and Vanillish.
Like, people don't like the non...
People are like, oh, they made an ice cream of Pokemon. It's like, bruh, they have Voltorb. And they have a Pokeball. What's its evolution? Turn it upside down, give it a mouth. Like, come on.
There's another really dumb one in Gen 1.
They have Ekans. What's Ekans backwards? Well, let's make a snake, but name it backwards.
No, like inanimate object, like...
Oh, there's a Magnemite. It's basically a magnet.
What is it?
A pile of slime is a Grimer. You know, grime. They have birds. Different breed of birds.
No.
Like, I don't care. It's just, you don't complain, oh, it's ice cream, it's stupid. Well, it's like, come on, you got other things in Gen 1 that are just as dumb. We don't think about it. They're Pokemon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What inanimate object are you talking about?
Have you ever read some of like the ghost-type Pokemon's Pokedex entries?
A couple. I don't remember hardly any of them.
What is it, like Drifloon?
Oh, yeah! They carry, like,
They
children
kidnap
away.
Children,
Like, that's terrible.
carry them away for them to never be seen again.
I'm so glad I cut out the
Oh, do we at least...
Pokemon that are healing.
Do we meet that kid that says his Rattata?
That's the second game.
Is it?
That's Gold, Silver, Crystal.
I could have swore that.
No, that's youngster Joey in his Rattata. That's Gold, Silver, Crystal, 100%. It's like, I don't know what to think anymore. But see, Lizard's level 15. He's sweeping all through these bug Pokemon because Ember just decimates them. He also learned Leer when he turned level 15. Which I'm surprised, like, why Leer at level 15? Could anything else?
So what's your favorite Pokemon of all of them?
My favorite of all time Pokemon is Swampert
Swampert?
from Gen 3 because it's water ground, it's super bulky, and it's immune to electric
You're
types.
just all about defense with it.
I like bulkiness.
With anything though.
Yeah, not really. Like Onyx and Geodude,
No, I mean with any game.
not really.
No?
I like overall, like, evenness. Like if I were to play any sort of Mario game that had stats like Luigi was jump higher but poor traction, Mario was all around,
Well, I mean,
Wario
like, you
slow,
play
was
like an
powerful.
RPG, and there's like the mage, the ranger, and then you got the big bulky warrior.
I don't know. It all depends. Like when I played Final Fantasy, I like to attack, but I also want to be able to live long enough. So I did pick Barrett a lot because he could take a lot of damage, and he can't dish it too well. But at least I'm surviving.
Tifa a lot.
Tifa's good.
Tifa feels like she belongs in like a Tekken game or something.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Should make that for Tekken DLC for Tekken 7 because they added Negan from Walking
Do it.
Dead.
Do it, Tekken. Give us Tifa. I'll
Tifa.
play your game. I've never played Tekken really.
I have Tekken 2, I think, for the PlayStation
I'll
1.
play it if you put in Tifa.
DLC for Tekken 2. So this is the evolved form of Charmander. Charmeleon this is his debut battle. I don't think this trainer is required, but I wanted to. Oh no, I'm sorry, that trainer is required. But I wanted to show off Charmeleon as his debut battle. I will show off debut battles of the Pokemon's first battle. That is a semi-important battle. Like I'm not going to show off if I catch a Pokemon. I'm not going to show off the first wild encounter that happens to be there. But if it's a trainer, I will. Yeah, there's a lot of bug trainers. There's a lot of trainers in the beginning. And we're not even at the half of it, folks. I'm trying to make sure they're even levels. So once Lizard got to level 16, I'm trying to make King go to level 16. Lizard would be better for this battle. but I'm patient, and I want them to be able to get all the experience they can, because there's no held items in this game. So that means you can't get the experience share, which means it doesn't exist.
Yep.
So that's fun. You can't hold any items. There's so much different with this game. Pidgey in the beginning automatically knows the move Gust. So like, oh cool, but it's a normal type move in this game, not a flying type move.
Some weird stuff.
I know that, and I didn't know that when I first played this game. And so now I learned Poison Sting. So with the cool thing about King in the Poison type is that I believe this game even has it. It's called Stab. Same type attack bonus, where if you use a move that's the same type as you'll do 1.5 times the normal damage. So let's say Horn Attack does 40, and let's say Poison Sting does 40. It probably doesn't, but let's say it does. Poison Sting will do 60 instead of 40 because it has the same type as your Pokemon. So sometimes the move will be better, even if it's the same damage output, because it's the same type as your Pokemon. So yeah. We're just... there goes all the bugs. Hey, that's me! Oh no, that is me. Stupid. There's no names for trainers. So it's like Joshua the Bug Catcher. It wasn't Joshua the Bug Catcher. It said Joshua defeated the Bug Catcher. If only. Earlier we saw it's like, hey, I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. See, you're not wearing shorts. Hello. That's what I wear. I love my shorts. Again,
have you seen that in Let's? I don't know if this trainer's in this one. But
oh, he's in the shorts guys in Gen 1.
But he says, I don't wear anything except shorts.
He's probably in Let's Go. I don't think he's in this one. I don't think they translated the whole dialogue the same thing. But there's 2 guys that we already battled that's all about shorts.
I don't know about Japan and shorts.
They don't. I've seen a lot of the Japanese movies. A lot of them don't wear shorts.
Maybe it's because they don't wear shorts.
I don't know. Well, Kanto is supposed to be based off of Japan. It looks similar to it in structure, if you look at the map.
Yeah. Soul Silver. So Soul Silver, you get to go back. Not Soul Silver, but Silver.
Gold, Silver, and Crystal.
Gold, Silver, and Crystal.
Yeah. So you in Gen 2.
Because I always hear everyone every time they make a new Pokemon game. Maybe we're gonna go back to this region.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna go back to this region.
I thought the same thing.
Game Freak, when are we gonna?
Yeah, I know.
Do that?
I want a game where you take, you do the whole, like all the maps. Like you can either pick a new team or not. But it'd be really cool to go back to each generation.
I really hope with the next generation that's coming up that they actually expand more on the formula.
Like what?
Like, make it more open world, I guess you could say.
Well, Sword and Shield's like that.
But I mean, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Because I looked at the map and it's like straight up linear.
Depending on if you're in the wild area, which is it's freaking huge. It is linear, but there's a lot of stuff to do in that linear area. Some places are linear, some aren't.
I mean, like combine like the open worldness of like Skyrim is what I'm saying.
But you'd have the trouble with losing focus, and the game is also meant for children, so you don't want to make it so
you
they
say
don't know
that,
what
but
they're
then
doing.
there's games like Minecraft, which children love.
Yeah, but Minecraft doesn't have a focus already. You gotta create your own focus. Pokemon does.
I don't think that.
Well, in the wild area,
you can't just say kids need focus.
No, not kids need focus, but like for me, I can't get into Minecraft because 1, I'm not creative, and 2, because I'm not creative, I can't get into it and create my own objectives. I like to have goals to do, objectives to complete. Because there's nothing of that shows me in the game, I can't get into it. If I look up a guide, I can probably do it, but
well, there's achievements in Minecraft.
yeah, that's only in some of the versions though.
Well, the most recent version you get, there's achievements, and it tells you like, they're branching off, and it tells you like what you can do next.
Yeah, but even like crafting anything, I have to look up a guide because I don't know how to craft crap.
Well, have you played the most recent Minecraft?
Mm-hmm.
It has all the crafting recipes there for you. And
it does?
For you.
Oh,
a
I
lot
didn't know
of the
that.
things that are there are now. There's a lot of quality of life changes.
See, they
since
weren't
initially
there
released.
before, so I caught myself a Spearow, and I asked Brittany, what should I name my Spearow? Quickly.
I don't know.
She said, I don't care.
Okay.
So I named my Spearow I don't care. Because that's what she told me to name it. Quickly, what name my Spearow? I don't care. There we go. So that's my newest team member, Spira, level 5. I'm going to do some off-screen training to make sure that thing gets up in levels. So that's already my 3rd team member. And we're about to get our 4th in just one moment.
So have you ever watched like all of like any of the anime?
No, I have not. It wasn't really too much into it. I only really watched it to get pronounce the names of the Pokemon.
Because I watched all of X and Y.
Oh, here we go. Magikarp is dirt because
Chad.
it sucks. Chad.
He's gonna turn into Gyarados.
I know that, but you should see what I'm gonna nickname him after he turns into
Oh, you
Gyarados.
changed it.
I changed the nickname.
I don't do that.
I don't, but it's so funny because I'm gonna name. I'll say it now. I'm gonna name it Super Derp. Super Derp.
Oh, did you see that? Brittany got that golden Magikarp.
Yeah.
What was it named again?
Golden Turd. That's what it was. Jeez. Right. But thank you all for watching. This has been Josh.
And Peter.
Alright, and I'll see you guys next time for more Pokemon Red.